And hello everybody, my name is NikoTheLegend, also known as the Well-Mannered Teenager and the Snowflake. And today we are continuing our crap storm, discussing Bethesda with Fallout 76. But good news, people! This might be good news, or this might be pointless news, up to you guys. If anybody ever cares about playing Fallout 76, if anybody even remotely is interested in this kind of news, well, I'm sorry to say that you have fallen into the trap of Fallout 76 and anything about it. But there are some of you that do appreciate Fallout 76 and are still playing it. Some really dedicated hardcore fan base. There's always a hardcore fan base to any game, despite the player count and the controversy that goes on with the game behind the scenes. So this might matter to you. So what are we talking about today? Fallout 76 players get to try Wastelanders, the DLC that was delayed until March. I believe it was March, yes. Sometime in 2020. I'm going to say March. I think that was the date they went with, but you will get to play it in 2020. And what is the Wastelanders DLC? It's NPCs in a game to where it gives you stories, dialogue options, more RPG elements, and all that good jazz. Stuff that should have been in the game in the beginning. In the beginning of Fallout 76. Maybe the game wouldn't have been so crappy. Actually, that's a lie. It would have been crappy because it was a buggy mess. So, why are we talking about this? Because you get to play it. You get to test it out, folks. You, as a Wastelander, can play Wastelanders DLC in a test server that's only on PC. Woo! Woo! It's only on PC. A select group. So, I will read the article to you aloud and you will decide how to handle this information. And if it doesn't mean anything to you, that's not a bad thing. That is definitely a good thing. I, myself, as NikoTheLegend, am not going to really give a shit about playing this game test-wise until it is officially released, and then I will give it a chance. Because, like I said, in my other videos, I do have this game on PC that I got for $20. Should have been free, I know that. And, I played a little bit and it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. But wasn't too bad was about a year later after the game came out where it wasn't so much of a buggy mess, but it's still not even close to an RPG. So I'm really hoping that does the trick. Finally, these guys are doing some testing, some test servers that they should have probably done in Fallout 76. And if they have done it in the past, before the game came out, well, they sure as shit fucked it all up. Anyway, folks, so let's get on with the article. I hope you enjoy. After Bethesda Softworks pushed the Wastelanders content for Fallout 76 back to later in 2020, the company created a way for some people to try it out. The developers announced they would be creating a private test of the content on the PTS for a select group of players. You can register to play the test here, which you have until January 14th to do so, which is today, folks. So, yeah, you better hurry up if you want a really fun time. Here's some added details on the test. Yeah, these are some details. Okay, the Wastelanders private test server is PC only. Not on Xbox, not on PlayStation, folks. So only PlayStation owners can play it, which is really, really silly because it's on multiple platforms. And what happens if it does well on PC but not good on consoles because it didn't have a test server or some way of experimenting the new content? Who knows? They might release something later for consoles. I don't know. This is Bethesda we're talking about. Maybe you have to have a premium membership like that's already out. Pay $100. Do it. To play this test server. Blah. I'm trolling. Invited players will be required to complete a non-disclosure agreement in the launcher before PTS installation. You will not be allowed to share, stream, record, or discuss any information from this experience. Oh my god. That is hilarious. Maybe, you know what? Maybe they're doing this because their game fucking sucks. And they don't want any more. They don't want any more of a shitstorm on their front porch at Bethesda headquarters. They're like, oh my god, we fucked up so bad, but we don't want anybody else saying we suck because it's all the players' fault. So, PTS playtesting will take place on an in-development Wastelanders build, and you should expect to encounter issues during gameplay. Yeah, I'm glad they have to tell us that. It's just a no-brainer at this point. Please report any bugs you find to us so we can investigate them. How about the fucking game itself is a giant bug? Freaking losers. This private test server is reserved for Wastelanders. It is separate from our upcoming public test server, which is still under development. Now, I don't mean to be so, you know, what is it called? So critical about this and ridiculing the developers. I get it. Sometimes certain developers they just can't do anything but obey the commands of their master. The project director, the art director, the story director, all that. The CEO of the company, like anybody else below them, they have to obey the commands. But they still fucked it up. It was a group effort, so I can't give them a free pass, but I can give them I can almost give them a sympathy card. But yeah, guys, good job, Todd Howard. Any progress you make will be saved, so you can pick up where you left off every time you access the Wastelanders PTS. Thank God. Wouldn't want to lose my information or save file on Fallout 76. Ooh. However, due to the nature of testing, it may become necessary for us to wipe all PTS progress, but we will let you know ahead of time if we plan to do this. Why don't you let us know now where it's relevant? And it'd be nice to actually give us a heads up. Like, they can't really just be like, oh yeah, we got to get rid of all this shit. Usually people who release betas and alphas, they let you know ahead of time that you can't transfer the information over. Save progress. God, what a fucking dumpster fire. Okay, additionally, your progress on the PTS will not transfer to the live version of the game when Wastelanders is released. So, well, there we go. There's our fucking answer. Way to go. Way to go, Bethesda. Way to go. We want to hear from you. If you are selected to participate, you'll be asked to provide feedback on specific aspects of the game, respond to surveys, or participate in group discussions. Wait. So, we have a non-disclosure agreement, right? And it says you will not be allowed to share, stream, record, or discuss information from this experience. So anyway, let me know in the comments below on anything I say that's stupid. It's fine. But if you're selected to participate, maybe you have to provide feedback. Okay, so they have to ask you to do it, to share, to give information on how they felt about it, respond to surveys, or participate in groups. Why don't they just give people the fucking ability to do it? What happens when a guy like me, who already knows it's going to be a dumpster fire, is selected, and let's just say hypothetically I was going to write something that about how shitty it is, because it probably will be shitty. This game is a dumpster fire. But if it honestly was, for my experience, I can't share because it's non-disclosure. So they have to ask me to provide feedback on what I think. It's not going to change. I'm still going to say it's shitty just because you specifically asked me, gave me permission. Feedback. We don't know what kind of feedback, though. Like, besides responding to surveys or participating in group discussions, I don't know if I'll be able to do it on YouTube or whatever. It's a little bit contradictory, but I guess they're really specific about it. Maybe it is just surveys or group discussions, and there is no YouTube anything about that. But still, nonetheless, you can only provide good or bad feedback unless they ask you to. They should just let us have this. Oh geez, I don't want to get into this freedom of speech thing, because plenty of places, companies, and all that have NDA. I get it. Plenty of stuff has that, but it's just kind of silly. I'm like, guys, do you really honestly give two shits about what we say at this point? Your game is already a piece of crap. It's still a piece of crap. It's going to be a piece of crap until it dies, until it just stinks up the whole gaming community. Just own it. Just own it. Let people talk about it. Let it be, any news is good news. Let's just say that. Any press is good press, because people are talking about it, whether it be bad or good. I mean, what's your player count to where you have to have this Anyway, I don't want to keep going so far into it, because this is already almost a 10-minute video where it's such a small article. But you guys, let me know what you think about this playtest server. Are you going to be involved in this? Do you honestly care that they're doing this? Maybe it's finally, they've had an awakening to where they should have done this in the beginning, to where they have people test out things and see if it's not fucking broken. Now, like I said, if they have done this already, let me know in the comments. And let me know how you experienced the test server, if they had one, or a beta or an alpha or whatever. Honestly, this game should have been released like a year later. Maybe even half a year. I don't know. But anyway, folks, I hope to see you in the galaxy far, far away. Not the Star Wars galaxy, because Hollywood ruined that. But Pathfinders. Maybe in Andromeda. Maybe in the Milky Way still. I'll see you around. And thanks for watching NikoTheLegend. You know where to find me.